And I'll be teaching you how to do fluids today. I've already set up a very simple scene, and I'm in wireframe mode right now, which is right here. Just draw type, you'll have solid. It usually starts out there. Go down to wireframe so you can see everything. Alright, now I just took my cube and I made it bigger. And I took a plane, I rotated it and made it sort of like an angle so the water will hit it and roll down it. And then I added an icosphere and put it above it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go next to panels. You should have something that says object, and it looks like 3 little arrows, rays coming out from it. Click on that. You should have 3 more object options out to the side of it. One looks like the 3 ray arrows. You should have one that looks like it says physics buttons. It looks like a little ray hitting it and bouncing off. You should see a button that says fluid way off to the right. Click on that, and you should see domain, fluid, obstacle. You want the little sphere to be fluid. That's what's going to be dropping and hitting it. So we're going to click on fluid. That's going to be our water. The next thing, we're going to have the plane. This is what's going to hit. Now we have to label this obstacle. And you see over here it says volume, I-N-I-T. Click both. So the entire thing, it'll be able to hit the entire thing. And then for the last, you see this big huge square. Click fluid. And then click domain. That's what it's going to be in. I did not look up any tutorials on this, so if this is wrong, forgive me, but I sort of came up with this by myself and accidentally discovered it. Alright, I don't want it to be some 250 frames long, so I'm just going to make it 50. And then, that's under the animation tab. You'll just see a start frame 1 in frame 50. I'm going to go back to my physics over here, but before I do that, I'm going to click on my little water droplet, go to the objects panel, and under links and pipeline, just a little sphere looking thing, click add new, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it somewhat watery. I'm going to change the color to a light blue, and then I'm going to make it transparent. So you go render pipeline, under that you should see Z-transp, which is Z-axis transparency, and then you should see a little A, 1.000. I'm going to make that 0.2, just about. That's how transparent it's going to be. I'm going to go back to the little ray looking thing, and go back to the physics buttons, and this time I'm going to click on the big box, and you should see a big button that says bake. And I'm going to click that. And right now it's baking. As you see up here, you should see a little taskbar going there. Look at that. That's already pretty looking. Now, one thing I want to see real quick. It might show 2 thingies. When you render it, I'm going to render frame 2 real quick. Or frame 3, I'll just do that. I'm rendering that. I see that there's two balls. I'm going to delete one. Which what I'm going to have to do is I accidentally made the wrong thingy blue. So I'm going to delete the inside one, delete, because everything's already baked. And I'm going to make this a water-like texture, which I tried to do earlier, but I clicked on the wrong one. Sorry about that. Like I said, I did not look up any tutorials like this. I've guessed and checked, and it worked. See transparency, alpha value of about 2, and I'm going to say it should not have a shadow. So I'm going to go to shaders and say click off the shadow. Alright, I'm going to animate it. I'm just going to animate it to 1 at frame 10, so it won't take too long. Let's see how that looks. There we go, that looks pretty good. And after this animates, I'm going to play it, and we'll see how that looks. It shouldn't take too terribly long to animate. And play, let's see how that looks, and thank you for watching. If you have any questions, again, post anything you have.